On that note of pay plans, are you seeing dealers actually incentivize data collection as part of the pay structure for salespeople, part of the comp plan? Oh, wow.
I'll give you a quick example.
Sure.
Let's just face it. In our world, we don't want to change and be the first person to do anything in our industry. When websites first came out, no dealership wanted to put all their inventory on the online. We were forced to. No dealership wanted to put their price online, but we were forced to at a certain point where others started doing it. We had to do it. Nobody wanted to sell cars online, but now we're forced to do it at this point. So a lot of things happen when we're forced to do it. And it really boils down, in my opinion, and I don't know about the panel here, it's the leadership of the dealership. It's really, what is the manager's expectation? If you're there as a manager, the owner has entrusted you as a manager to take his business and move it along the right path, to manage your store. And it starts with connecting with the customer. And if we're not having specific one-on-one meetings, and not are you doing all your tasks? Like, yes, I am. Okay, good. That's not a one-on-one. That's babysitting, which we talk about very frequently. You're making sure, you got two jobs as a salesperson: facilitate the car deal and follow up with your customers. That's it. And what all that entails. And if we're not doing the job, I mean, you can look like you're doing the job, but are you really doing the definition of what that job details? And that's a management opportunity to coach.
What it boils down to is it's only going to be important to the salespeople if it's important to the managers. And typically it's only important to the managers if it's important to the general manager, and all the way up to the dealer principal.
Right.
And if we can't get there by asking nicely, we have to then measure and coach. And then ultimately, if it is important to everybody and we're not moving the needle, that's when, sometimes we need to involve pay plans where, if you're not at, as example, if you're not at 80% email capture, then, you don't get your finance spiff for that weekend, or you don't get you only get 50% of your stair step bonus or whatever. It's amazing how fast we can move the needle when money's involved, right?
I got one for you on this one. One of my mentors, Mike, he had this stack of money. And he had this whole meeting, and everyone wasn't paying attention to anything he was saying. It was just focused on the money, the team was. And he said, okay, we're all set. And everyone didn't leave the meeting. They're like, well, what's going on with that money in there? Oh, he goes, oh, this is for you. So we have a problem with capturing email addresses. So for the next week, if everyone's at 100%, I'm going to hand you out all this money. So that week, everybody was at 100%. And it was real, right? Surprising. So he handed out the money, and then he says, whoa, before you leave, for the next month, if you're not at 100%, you have to give that back to me. Right? Which is like a real mind thing, because now you gave it to them, they want to keep it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, money can be a motivator for some stores and some not, but there's fun ways to do everything.
So to that point of money, I think that is a brilliant example from the field.